Strike, strike the master chord, draw, draw the flaming sword, crowned child and conquering lord, Horus Avenger. O thou, the head of the hawk, thee I invoke. Thou only begotten child of Osiris thy father and Isis thy mother, he that was slain, she that bore thee in her womb, flying from the terror of the water, thee I invoke. O thou whose apron is a flashing light, whiter than the forehead of the morning, thee I invoke. O thou who hast formulated thy father and made fertile thy mother, thee I invoke. O thou whose garment is of golden glory with azure bars of sky, thee I invoke. Thou who didst avenge the horror of death, thou the slayer of Typhon, thou who didst lift thine arms, and the dragons of the death were as dusk, thou who didst raise thine head, and the crocodile of the Nile was abased before thee, thee I invoke. O thou whose nemesis hideth in the universe with night, and the impermeable blue, thee I invoke. Thou who travellest in the boat of Ra, abiding at the helm of the Aftet boat and of the Sektet boat, thee I invoke. Thou who bearest the wand of double power, thee I invoke. Thou whose presence is shed in the darkness of blue light, and the unfathomable glory of the outmost ether, the untravelled, the unthinkable immensity of space, thou who concentrest to all the 30 ethers in one darkling sphere of fire, thee I invoke. O thou who bearest the risen cross of life and light, thee I invoke. The voice of the 5, the voice of the 6, 11 are the voices, abrahadabra. Strike, strike the master chord, draw, draw the flaming sword, crowned child and conquering lord, Horus Avenger. By the name of Ra I invoke thee, hawk of the sun, the glorious one. By the name of Harmachis, youth of the brilliant morning, I invoke thee. By the name Mao, I invoke thee, lion of the midday sun. By the name Tum, hawk of the even crimson splendor of the sunset, I invoke thee. By the name Kefra, I invoke thee, O beetle of the hidden mastery of midnight. By the name Heru-Pakrat, lord of silence, beautiful child that standeth on the dragons of the deep, I invoke thee. By the name Apollo, I invoke thee, O man of strength and splendor, O poet, O father. By the name of Phoebus, that drivest thy chariot through the heaven of Zeus, I invoke thee. By the name of Odin, I invoke thee, O warrior of the north, O renown of the sagas. By the name Yahashua, O child of the flaming star, I invoke thee. By thine own, thy secret name, Hori, I invoke thee. The voice of the 5, the voice of the 6, 11 are the voices, abrahadabra. Behold, I stand in the midst. Mine is the symbol of Osiris. To thee are mine eyes ever turned. Unto the splendor of Jagora, the magnificence of Hesed, the mystery of Jah, thither I lift up mine eyes. This I have sought, and this I have sought the unity. Hear thou me. Strike, strike the master chord. Draw, draw the flaming sword. Crowned child and conquering lord, Horus Avenger. Mine is the head of the man, and my sight is keen as the hawk's. By my head I invoke thee. I am the only begotten child of my father and mother. By my body I invoke thee. About me shine the diamonds of radiance, white and pure. By their brilliance I invoke thee. Mine is the red triangle reversed, the sign given of none, save it be of thee, O Lord. By the layman I invoke thee. Mine is the garment of white sewn with gold, the flashing abaya that I wear. By my robe I invoke thee. Mine is the sign of Apophis and Typhon. By the sign I invoke thee. Mine is the turban of white and gold, and mine the blue vigor of the intimate air. By my crown I invoke thee. My fingers travel on the beads of pearl. So run after I thee in thy car of glory. By my fingers I invoke thee. I bear the word of double power in the voice of the Master, Abrahadabra. By the word I invoke thee. Mine are the dark blue waves of music in the song that I made of old to invoke thee. Strike, strike the master chord. Draw, draw the flaming sword. Crown child and conquering lord, Horus Avenger. By the song I invoke thee. In my hand is thy sword of revenge. Let it strike at thy bidding. By the sword I invoke thee. The voice of the 5, the voice of the 6, 11 are the voices, Abrahadabra. Strike, strike the master chord. Draw, draw the flaming sword. Crowned child and conquering lord, Horus Avenger. Mine is the head of the hawk, Abrahadabra. I am he, the only begotten child of Osiris my father, and Isis my mother. He that was slain, she that bore me in her womb, flying from the terror of the water, Abrahadabra. My apron is of flashing white, whiter than the forehead of the morning, Abrahadabra. I have formulated my father and made fertile my mother, Abrahadabra. My garment is of golden glory with the azure bars of sky, Abrahadabra. I did avenge the horror of death. I am the slayer of Typhon. I did lift mine arms, and the dragons of death were as dust. I did raise mine head, and the crocodile of the Nile obeys before me. Abrahadabra. My nemes hideth the universe with night, the impermeable blue. Abrahadabra. I travellest in the boat of Ra, abiding at the helm of the Aftet boat and of the Sektet boat. Abrahadabra. I bear the wand of double power. Abrahadabra. About my presence is shed the darkness of blue light, the unfathomable glory of the outmost ether, the untraveled, the unthinkable immensity of space. I am he who concentrest all the 30 ethers in one darkling sphere of fire. Abrahadabra. I bear the rose and cross of life and light. Abrahadabra. Therefore I say unto thee, come thou forth and dwell in me, so that every spirit, whether of the firmament or of the ether, of earth or under the earth, on dry land or in the water, of whirling air or rushing fire, and every spell and scourge of God, the vast one, may be thou, Abrahadabra.